Welcome to TradingStocksLive.com. I am in the office on a Tuesday night. I want to go over what's called hammers, guys. I know you guys hear me talk about on my videos what a hammers and that I'm buying because I see a hammer. What a hammer is a hammer is a candle that forms. This is the candle. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the one I'm pointing at now. At some point, the hammer opens up, comes down, all right, comes down to a very low point, but the bears are not able to keep prices down. So at some point during that day, this is a daily chart, the bulls come in and push prices back above the close or right around the close or right below it. So a hammer can be both red or green. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that as long as you see this shape, and it looks like a hammer, doesn't it, right here? And as long as a hammer is at the bottom of a downtrend. So this is a trend right here. You guys know what the downtrend is already. When we went over that. Oops, okay, let me erase this for you. See if we can get the trend line over here going. Okay, this would be a trend line. At the bottom of this downtrend, we see a hammer. All right, right there. Now, a lot of times, this is a good time. Now, the downtrend, normally, I like on a daily bar, I like to see a downtrend at least, around 10 consecutive down bars or 10 down bars. Okay, so this is the downtrend, and this is the hammer on the bottom of the downtrend. As you can see, we have our oversold stochastics right here. So these, anytime you see a hammer here, there's another hammer here because this is on the bottom of a downtrend also, but this hammer is green. Now, one of the important key things about a hammer is that the tail, which is this part of the hammer, or otherwise known as the wick or the shadow, has to be at least 2 times longer than the real body. So this is the real body of the hammer, and this is the tail, so this is 2 times longer. A hammer normally a lot of people like a hammer to be confirmed. Well, first of all, let me explain one thing. A hammer would be considered a reversal candle. So anytime you see a downtrend, you see a hammer, that's telling you that this downtrend may soon reverse. So a lot of investors like to see confirmation of a hammer, which would be the next day. They would like to see the bar close above the closing of the hammer. But I don't necessarily go with the textbook examples. A lot of times I'm looking for is to see a stochastic that's trading below the 20, and I'm looking just at a lot of things. We see these green bars. I like to see buyers coming into the market. I like to see a lot of things like that. Let's look at another hammer here. Anytime you see these hammers come in, you guys want to be careful about this. We had a downtrend here. You really want to consider establishing, if you are short, you want to really seriously consider covering your short position or going long, especially when you see a hammer come in. Again, this company right here is 3M, MMM. It's a conglomerate. You see a hammer being put in at the bottom of this downtrend. Don't forget, a hammer has to come in at the bottom of a downtrend. If you see a hammer, or what looks to be a hammer, at the top of an uptrend, it's no longer called a hammer. It's called a hanging man. That's something, a hanging man, and that's something completely different. We're going to talk about that, but that's another reversal. That's another candle reversal pattern. But this is a single candle reversal pattern. Now, like I said, a lot of investors like to see confirmation of a hammer, which would be the next day. They would like to see the close of that candle above the close of the stock price now of the previous day. Now, in this particular example, we see the stock opens here. At some point during the day, it goes down, but the bulls push the stock back up, covering the open and making the close. Now, at the top of a hammer, you can have a wick, but not a really large wick. It can just be a small wick. Okay, so now that's triple. Now it's triple up. Now, as you guys can see at the bottom of this downtrend, which really started here. Okay, so we see a downtrend for a couple of weeks. In fact, that would be a month actually, where the stock prices in MMM 3M just gradually just pulled down. Okay, just went straight down. Put in a solid green hammer on a stochastic that was certainly oversold, and look what happens. The stock just ran up. We see this. We see another similar looking hammer pattern. I probably would have bought this just for a 1 or 2 day move, considering where the stochastics were at. You guys know I like trading hammers. Okay, let's look at fires. I don't know if we looked at fires already. Yeah, no, we didn't look at fires yet. Okay, no, we did look at fires. I think that was the first one. So we got eBay. Let's take a look at eBay over here. Okay, now, all right. I thought we had a hammer on eBay, but I guess not. I don't see a hammer here. Well, we see something similar, guys, but I wanted to give you guys a textbook example of. Let's look at Citigroup. I want to give you guys a textbook example of a hammer. Now, what I'm doing here, guys, is kind of going through charts. I want you guys to go through charts the same way and just see if you can find a hammer. Now, this guy here this could possibly be a hammer, but the only thing is, see, this downtrend is not down enough. Now, if this same candlestick was here, then that would be this certainly would be a hammer. But the recent trend is this is a sideways. This is a sideways. This is a channel. So anytime you see a channel within a hammer, you necessarily, now in this particular situation, you could have traded off of this candle right here, especially when the conditions were oversold and you went up. But you want to make sure a true definition of a hammer is always going to sit at the bottom of a downtrend. That's one thing you got to remember. A hammer is always going to sit at the bottom of a downtrend. Let's go back to MMM. So whenever you see a downtrend and you see a hammer come, you see this formation, that tells you that you certainly want to possibly be in this stock. Okay, so when I'm doing this video lessons, guys, on just looking at candlesticks, all right, and just looking at a lot of candlesticks that I trade, and that candlesticks that work for me, and the ones that I have been profitable in. Okay, so that's it. Visit us at tradingstockslive.com for more videos, more educational videos that you can actually use to make money in the market. Have a good one.